Rock Rebel magazine. We're here today with Oscars from Hammerfall. Hur mår du?
Jag mår bra tack, hur mår du?
Jag mår bra tack. Well, first of all, welcome. It's a great pleasure having you here with us. So, how are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, it's good. I was up a little bit too long last night, so I'm tired now. Plus, I hadn't eaten any proper breakfast because the breakfast here was terrible. So now I'm waiting for dinner. But I'm overall pretty good. Yeah. It's been a really good tour so far. So we're very excited about it. It's one of those things when you go on tour, you don't really know what. I mean, you can expect something, but you never know if you're going to get it or not. And this has been very successful. So I'm happy.
Okay. Well, let's break the ice talking about the latest Hammerfall album called Built to Last. So, what's that?
No, toilet.
Well, as you know, it has been released a few months ago, so it's not been that long. And it's your first album you've released with Napalm Records. So, after such a short time, what kind of appraisal can you make? I guess that the album was well received by your own fans, I guess.
Yeah, I mean I don't think I noticed a lot of really positive reviews for this one. It feels like people felt the same way that we did about this album. It was I mean, we always try to do our best, obviously, but it felt like what we thought was our best was also what people really wanted to hear, basically. And that has been evident in the shows too. When we do 4 songs from the new album, and they all, like, people know them. They might not know all the lyrics yet, but you know how it is with new songs. People are always, banging their heads or screaming or whatever, and and the songs fit really well into the whole set list package that we do. So I'd say it's been a resounding success so far.
Well, as I said, this is the first album you released with Napalm Records, and well, you have spent a lot of years with Nuclear Blast before. So, what could you tell us about this cooperation you've done with this label?
With Nuclear Blast or Napalm?
With Napalm.
Well, we got an offer from them for I think a couple of albums, and at that point it seemed like it was the right move for us. We kind of felt that Nuclear Blast, I mean, we've been with them for 17 years, and there was a reason for us to be with them for such a long time, that we were happy with what they were doing. But at this point we felt that we needed to make this change for ourselves and for the band to be able to progress and grow a little bit. That was what we felt was necessary.
Well, yeah, as I said, this is the first album you released with Napalm, but it's also the first album with a new drummer, if I'm not mistaken. So, what could you tell me about the contribution he has given to this album?
Well, that's a little bit of a tricky situation because, let's see, right when we released Revolution 2 years ago, or 3 years ago almost, or whatever, Anders quit the band. And he'd been the drummer of Hammerfall for 15 years, so we had to find a replacement. We found a really good one in David Wallin. He was playing all the shows on the whole tour, and also on the album Built to Last. But when it came to the tours now, unfortunately David couldn't join us because of family matters. So we had to bring in yet another drummer. So it's a bit of a
tricky one.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Spinal Tap thing, where they go through drummers like crazy, they all explode or whatever. But yeah, so it's weird. But now we have Johan. He works really well, playing live and everything. But he did not record the album, so it's like a step too late all the time, But David did a great job on the album. I think he recorded the drums in exactly the way that I intended, or that I envisioned when I had wrote the songs, what I had in my mind for this. So, and Johan basically just plays the songs the way they're supposed to be, so to speak, and adding of course his little flair to things as well. But so I think things work really well. So.
Well, Built to Last. It's a very strong album title, also very short. Is it like a sort of hint a statement, like as if you wanted to say, we're here to
Yes.
stay.
Yes,
Because
We-
we're
all
built
our,
like-
all
we're
our
built to
albums
last.
have a meaning like that, some
Okay.
kind of. But this one is more obvious than the others, maybe. But you're right. I mean, that's exactly what it is. This is our 10th studio album in 20 years, and we never expected to end up here when we started, when we recorded "Glory to the Brave." So, for us, it feels like a statement to where we are, or what we always have been, rather, I should say. Because we even though we didn't realize it, I think we all knew that we were built to last, because we knew what we were doing right from day one.
It's a very strong statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Okay, well, maybe I will sound a bit naive in telling you this, but I've noticed that this album is kind of, I wouldn't say similar, but it has some references to the previous one, Revolution. Maybe it's due to the approach, the musical approach you've done, that is very closer to the heavy metal.
Probably.
So, what can you tell me about the recording and the composition
Well,
of the album?
both of these albums came in a span of 2 years. Well, we didn't. Well, let's say 3 years, and to
2014,
write and
yeah.
everything for Revolution. But anyway, I think I was in more or less the same mindset for the whole songwriting process for both albums, more or less. And we also recorded them almost identically. Everything was the same. We recorded the drums and all the guitars together with Fredrik Nordström as the producer for that. We did it in my studio, Castle Black Studios. We went to LA to record the vocals with James Michael, and Fredrik mixed the album in his studio afterwards. So this is the process for all of the for both of the albums. So I guess that's another reason why they do sound a little bit similar. But I would say that the main reason is because we are where we are mentally. We were almost on the same level the whole time. So we'll see how long we can keep that up. You never know.
Okay, well, in order to introduce the album to your own fans, you released a few singles like Hammerfall, the title track, and The Sacred Vow. And about this song, I have to ask you this. During a recent interview, Joachim Kans has said that this was one of the toughest song of the album to record due to to the high notes and stuff.
Right.
So what could you tell me about this track?
Well, it was one of the early tracks that stood out for everybody, I think, which was the reason we chose it as the lyric video for the first song. I mean, the first single. But it's a pretty classic Hammerfall song, I would say, which is another reason we chose it, because it would make fans of Hammerfall know what they could expect for the rest of the album, but hopefully also find it would find its way to new people as well, because Hammerfall is Hammerfall, and not everybody likes it, but those who do generally loves it, which is exactly the same way I am with stuff. If I don't like something, I don't care about it, but if I do like something, I absolutely love it, generally. So.
Okay. Well, as you know, you're here today in Trezza Sulazza, and you've played already here with Orden Organ a few years ago, if
2
I'm
years
not
ago.
mistaken.
Almost exactly to the day, I think.
Really?
Yeah, just 1 or 2 days difference.
2 days.
2 days, oh yeah, so you know.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you will share the stage with Glory Hammer and Lancer from Sverige, if I'm not mistaken. So, unfortunately, and I'm so sorry to tell you this, I've never been able to see you before until today,
all
because
right.
I discovered the band thanks to I Believe back in the days.
Oh yeah.
So,
Long time
in your
ago.
opinion, what should I expect from you guys tonight?
Well, if you've never seen us before, I think the easy answer to that question is a really, really good heavy metal show, where the audience plays a big role in it. And I know we've played in Italy so many times. I know exactly what to expect from the people, and I know that's going to be great. You will experience something I don't think you've ever experienced before. That's what we aim for every night, to give people a unique experience, and with together, like, this is what I always say about a heavy metal show, is 60% band and 40% audience. It has to be a symbiosis for it to work. And then when it does work, it works. It's beautiful. It's magic. And generally, that's what it is always here in Italy. So
yeah, people are very passionate.
I have high hopes for you tonight, people.
Yeah, as you know, Italian people are very passionate somehow.
Yeah, they are. It's funny how the more south you come. I mean, we're obviously from the north of Europe, and the more south you come, the more passionate people seem to get.
Yeah.
And that's there's a difference between Italians or Spanish people and, let's say, Northern Germans or Swedish people, for example. People have a much easier time expressing their feelings, emotions here, whereas where we come from, it's generally we close the book a little bit more. And that's why it makes it so easy for us to go out and play for people here, because they just go crazy, and that's what we love.
Okay. Well, as you know, 2016 and 2017 are two important years for Hammerfall due to the anniversary of Glory to the Brave and Legacy. So, if I'm not mistaken, you've done something special back in the days at Wacken Open Air for
3
Glory
years
to the
ago,
Brave. So, are you going to do something special for the Legacy anniversary?
I doubt it. Well, we have actually discussed if we should or not, but we haven't made any decisions or even thought, we haven't really thought especially much about it actually. I think there might be, if we get an opening for it, if there's interest and stuff, there is a chance we might do something. And I think it might be a good idea, actually, because Built to Last came out 20 years after Glory to the Brave, which means that we can't really do any Glory to the Brave celebration. Well, you'll find out tonight. We do some things on stage, but so Legacy, it would be, because those two albums are linked in the same way that I think Revolution and Built to Last will be remembered afterwards. They are similar, recording the same, similar mindset in the same studio and everything, with the same producer. So it would make sense, let's put it that way, but we haven't made no decisions about anything yet.
Okay, well, waiting to see you very soon in a couple of hours on stage. I would like to wish you all the best, or better, lycka till.
That's me.
And as our tradition, once I give you the chance to share the final words with whoever is going to see you. See this?
Well, I can say this safely, even though we haven't played yet. Thank you, Milan, or Trezzo.
Trezzo,
Yeah, thank you, the audience of Trezzo. You were absolutely magnificent.